my in real life stream. It's a bit weird. I know we've only done this once before. But yeah, I'll be uploading this to YouTube so I can see it later, and also, you know, so you can see it later. But for now, we are going to be over here just chatting. Oh, it's funny, I can finally see all the notifications coming up on my phone. So for now, basically, we're going to just sit and figure out what's going on when I get back, because once I get back to civilization, proper civilization, not here, we'll be starting Mass Effect 3. Which is going to be very, it's gonna be really fun. Oh, hey, yeah, sorry, pre-roll ads. I don't have full control over them, so I can't snooze them for people when they come in. But yeah, we're hoping to start Mass Effect 3 when we come back in. But until then, I am going to be going back on vacation after this. So it'll be a little like, you know, I'm just popping in a bit. I am doing pretty good. I'm relaxed, I'm very chill. Like, I've been out in the woods, we went fishing, we went like, I don't know, you just sit and stare at the lake and it's like, hey, that's pretty cool. How have you been? I feel like it's been a long time, and it kind of has. It's been a couple of, it's been like a week and a half, I think. My god, I haven't played video games for that long. That's a long time. Oh, the pain, it's horrible. I'm gonna suck at Mass Effect when I get back there. It's gonna be horrible. But at least I'll be very zen for a bit, you know? Not freaking out or anything. Hopefully it'll focus me. And hopefully I'll be able to actually, you know, interact with people a bit more. Although I haven't interacted with a lot of people, so we'll see how this goes. I am getting very, very pampered with all the dogs and everything. When I get back and my cat's gonna be, you know, clawing my face for food or just meowing at the side, like, oh, she doesn't sit, she doesn't fetch stuff for me, this is horrible, what's going on? But at least I'll be back, and my poor Minecraft world, I was gonna try and record on it, but I don't know, it's been too long. There's too many updates now. I gotta go back and do a new world. At least I will have, thanks to Gronkai, we're doing Mass Effect Andromeda after Mass Effect 3. So we will have, that'll probably bring us into late September, I'm guessing. And from there, I'm going to be trying to get into Baldur's Gate. Since Baldur's Gate 3 just came out, I've seen a bunch of people play it, and they seem to love it. I've seen some pictures in it, and seems interesting. And I know that the first two it's not like a sequence I need to worry about, but I'd still like to play it if possible, so I'm keeping an eye out for bundles on that, although I probably missed some this week. But other than that, I don't know, I'm gonna have to find some new games after this. I've been considering replaying some of my earlier games, but I need something new. So if you have any ideas for games after Baldur's Gate, I will add it to my little wish list, and I will keep an eye out for it. Because I don't know what we're gonna play. We always have Elder Scrolls, which I will always play. Maybe we'll do crowd control Skyrim a bit, possibly. I am looking into RimWorld, but I need to figure out how to hook up crowd control, because I think we could have a lot of fun with that. A couple of crowd control games I'm looking into, but hopefully it'll be something new for the channel, something interesting. Because I feel like if I just keep doing the same RPG games over and over again, you know, it'll get a bit boring. So I'm like trying to do some in real life stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I kind of like having a game with my hands right here. Otherwise, I start gesturing, and by the end of this, I'll be, you know, I don't know, all over. I'll be like throwing my phone across the room, trying to like gesture with it. I'm worse than an Italian at this point. I'm like, I have all the gestures, yes, yes. At least, I have decided, because from TwitchCon, I was the nerd sitting there taking notes with everything. They're like, okay, these games, you know, if you want to do this. There was actually there was a representative from a Spirit sponsorship that he was asking questions there. Because, you know, it's kind of hard to brand spirits. So he was asking questions and I was writing down everything that I can. So hopefully when I come back, we'll be able to revamp a couple of things. I might try and talk with a graphic designer, possibly, or I might try and do some of it myself, which that could be a fun stream of me trying to design stuff and you guys maybe shouting out some things for me to design. But I will say I'm not very good. So we may have to look into something for the channel. Because I really do want to add a bunch of things for you guys to use, like emotes and everything. But I'll be starting that when I come back, since other than late October, maybe a trip here or there, I should be home streaming the entire time. So that is when I'll try and do some of these, maybe early afternoon, in real life streams. I may do it, you know, sitting out on my balcony or whatever, see if I can get the cat there, so we can actually, you know, see her for a bit. But other than that, I figure I'm going to try and add some, I don't know, just chatting time. Because I really do want to get to know you guys a bit more, you know? I'm saying a bunch of stuff right now that you know is a bunch. But I'm going to try and, you know, really start making a community. Because that's one of the things I really enjoy. When I get to talk here, it's the highlight of my week. So I'm thinking, hey, let's, you know, maybe start using the Discord a bit more. I'll try and do it as well. I have a plethora of memes in my, like, Rolodex, basically. I figure I'll start doing that when I send my go live notifications out. Like, oh, meme of the day or something. So I'm trying to get a bit more for that. And maybe do a bit more in-depth of, like, what goes on behind the scenes. Because to me, it seems almost instinctual at this point, but it's a lot more, and it's actually a bit interesting to go through. So I feel like a lot of that stuff I need to do more casual, just sitting and chatting and being like, hey, what do you guys want to see? Because I feel like I'm a bit too strict on some of this stuff. Like, if I'm playing a game, I'm like, we gotta play the game, we gotta do this. I want to, you know, if everyone's like, hey, we're not into a game today, we can switch to a just chatting stream, or like try out some of making the emotes and everything. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's do something like that. Let's just, you know, open up the conversation. So a lot of that did come from TwitchCon and me talking with everyone there. And also just, I'm trying to pop into a bunch of other streams, obviously. Not earlier this week. I haven't been on Twitch at all, which, painful. But other than that, I've been looking at a lot of other streamers, and I really enjoy watching the smaller streamers, especially those that I met at TwitchCon. So I'm like, hey, it's great, you know, let's try and see, you know, what people like over there. And there's a streamer that I watch who does a lot of art, where they do virtual art and everything like that. I'm thinking, hey, it's fun to watch. It's fun to, you know, throw ideas around. Let's try and do that. Because then I figure if I don't have to hire a graphic designer, be like, yeah, my channel is made by me and by my chat and everything. So we're also going to be trying to do a lot of, I don't know, when they say branding, it seems all shop-like. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want to be a shop or anything. I want to be a community. But we're gonna, you know, figure out what our community likes and really build it up on that. Because I would like to grow the channel a bit. And I know I've only been a streamer for, how long? I would say been streaming for about 6 months now. I think so. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully keep it going, and this was my inconsistent month. So if we can keep it up, I'd say another 6 months, and then I'll really evaluate everything. But with that, I'll just be able to, you know, make it a bit more personal for everyone in chat and see what everyone wants. So I don't know, with that, you can try and figure it out together. But yeah, I will be trying to get the kitty cat on stream a bit more, because she does like to sit and watch, and she'll watch the stream from the side, but she won't pop in. So we're gonna try and get her in stream a bit more, because just sitting and playing with her is so much fun. It's relaxing, and she does love to play kind of like a dog, which, while I've been up here, oh my god, hi! Welcome, welcome! Thank you for following! Thank you so much, Abbott Myatt. But yeah, we are going to be trying to do a lot more with the kitty cat, because I've been like seeing all these dogs up here, and the dogs are adorable. It's so much fun to watch them. It's like, oh, so much fun to play with the dogs. Can't exactly do that with a kitty cat, but we can try. I figure, yeah, we can have we can have a little bit of trying with that. We can see if we can teach the cat to fetch or something. I don't think it's gonna work out very well, but you know what? That's okay. We can have fun trying, and when she gets bored, we can go play video games. When in doubt, yeah. I will also be trying to, I may try and get a capture card to set up with my Xbox so we can play some, I have, Terraria on there. Is it Terraria or Terraria? I never get it right. I don't know. But we can try some of that, or we can also try a bit of, oh my god. Why are words not coming to me today? This is not good when you're recording and words don't come to you. Let me think. Battlefront, not Battlefield. I have Battlefront. I always mix those two up again. They're completely different games. Like, yes, they're different. But yeah, I have some Battlefront on there, and I'm good enough to do it, just casually whenever I pick it up. But that would be really fun, especially since we have a big Star Wars, we have a couple of big Star Wars fans in there. So we can keep that up. And also, I would love to play it on the PC and maybe do some multiplayer with the community. I want to try and do a couple more days where we play games together, and maybe Valorant, if anyone's interested in Valorant. I am horrible. I played like 30 games, so it's like practice and all that stuff. But at the same time, it would be so much fun to be able to play with the community and everything. It would, we'd be able to practice, and I know I have at least one person who would play with me that we met at TwitchCon and everything, so it's fun to try that. But otherwise, we need to figure out, what would the community like to play? Because I do really enjoy the couple of times when I've been able to meet up with people on Elder Scrolls Online. That's been really fun, and also because I got a bit of armor out of that. But it's always enjoyable to do it, and it's so nice to be able to, play in there, and everyone says hi to the stream and stuff. And I believe that we can really keep that up. So maybe, I don't know, I'm teasing a lot of stuff. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but I know it will happen, because I have my little notebook, so I get everything in the notebook done. But yeah, so we have a lot of possibilities coming up. I don't know the specifics, but I can tell you it's possible. That's wonderful. Yeah, other than that, we are going to have a very jam-packed couple of streams coming up, because we will be starting Mass Effect 3, which in our playthrough of Mass Effect 2, our amazing Commander Shepard, she did save herself and her entire crew. We almost got to Romance Thane, but oops, we kind of, he called me Sita or whatever it was, and I'm like, oh, thank you, I thought we romanced, but apparently not. So, we won't be changing anything on this playthrough, because I want a pure Shepard playthrough. But otherwise, it's like, we're going to do a pure playthrough with that, and then we'll go back and we will start, romancing different people. I do want to romance Tally and Kelly if possible, because our poor Kelly kind of got killed by the collectors. Oops. But yeah, so otherwise everyone is alive. Shepard is alive. I think we might be going to jail because we killed a planet of people on that last stream. Once again, oopsies. But to be fair, we saved a bunch of people. I did. I mean, to be fair, it keeps working out. The first time, it worked out great. And then suddenly it's like, well, would you like to murder all these people? And I'm like, oh, okay, okay. Rex, I maintain, was not my fault. Rex was Ashley's fault, which is why I let Ashley die. She was like, okay, we can go over there. I think we can pick her up too. I'm like, nah, that's too far away. We gotta stay here. We gotta stay here. But so Ashley paid for Rex, and I am still the serial Krogan killer. I have that moniker, and I'm not proud, but I wear it with dignity at least. But otherwise, everyone's alive in the squad, not the ship. Everyone is dead on the ship, but the squad is alive. So I mean, I saved some people. We do still have Grunt, which, you know, we saved Grunt. That was nice. But Joker is okay and Edie's okay, and I'm like, ooh. I also have been looking into creating my own set of N7 armor so I can be Shepard, but I want to be, I want to make sure to do my own designs for it. Legion? Yes, Legion is safe. Legion is wonderful. I was not going to let him die. I made sure whenever Tally had a big moment to keep him far away. I'm like, no, Tally, don't let Tally do anything to him. So our darling Legion is still okay. I was kind of amazed. At the end, I was sure he was going to be dead, but I kept him alive. I really thought that my Shepard was going to be dead, but she's still alive. But yeah, I have been talking with a couple of cosplayers, and they give me some recommendations for materials and how to build it. So I'm hoping next year's Comic-Con, or maybe even next year's TwitchCon, I'll be able to dress as Shepard. Yeah. Oh, no problem. Mass Effect 3, I believe this Friday. Yes. It's the 25th, I think it is. I'm going to be coming home on the 25th, but we should be able to I'll be able to get home at like 3-ish or so, and I'll be able to start stream at 9:30. So we'll be able to start Mass Effect 3, and oh, I can't wait. I'm not changing anything, which kind of hard, but you know, at the same time, I'm okay with it. Yeah, we're gonna go through it. Yes, well, after Mass Effect 3, we're going to do Mass Effect Andromeda, courtesy of Grand Kai, and then after that, what would you recommend? I'm thinking if Baldur's Gate 3 is on sale first, then I'll get Baldur's Gate 3. Otherwise, I might get 1 and 2 and then go through it all. Ooh, wait, let's see. There we go. Yeah, I kept thinking about Andromeda, and I'm like, maybe not. I'm like, I want to play it. I want more Mass Effect. And then I was able to get a from Grand Kai, and so I'm like, hell yeah, Andromeda, more Shepard. Oh, we don't play as Shepard in Andromeda, do we? Oh, no. My Shepard. I want Commander Shepard to be in Andromeda. I'm getting really attached to Commander Shepard at this point. I'm like, oh my god, she cannot die. I would be devastated. I think I want to romance Shepard. I think that's why I can't romance anyone else. I'm just connected to Shepard. Oh my god. I figured it out. I figured it all out. Oh, but yeah, so after Andromeda, we'll be going on to Baldur's Gate. I just don't know if it's going to be 3 or if it's going to be 1 and 2. We'll be able to figure that out when we get there. Hopefully, I'll be able to get them on sale. But we'll be seeing, if I'm not able to get it, maybe we'll have a bit of Elder Scrolls in there, maybe a bit of Doom. Because I do have Doom Eternal. I did like 1 stream on, and it was okay. It was kind of intense because I hadn't played a first-person shooter in a while. So I'm like, okay, we might do Doom, maybe. But then again, it's like, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, because I figure 1 and 2 I know aren't chronologically necessary. But yeah, if they're really like yeah, maybe I'll watch through just like some highlights or something to see. And then we can go through it. But yeah, but I'll see if Baldur's Gate 3 is on sale first. Then we can at least, have something to really get in there. Because I know I played Skyrim before I played the others. So it's like, we can play 3. That's kind of our theme. I played Dragon Age Inquisition before 1 and 2. Mass Effect I'm playing, the right way. But we can see. There's still time to like mess it up. But yeah, if we can do Baldur's Gate, and then after that, I'm like, I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we're doing. And I also wonder, I'm considering, and I don't know, with Mass Effect, I do like the storyline every single night, being able to do it in a row. But I may start doing, like say, Friday nights, I would do a Minecraft community or something like that. Thinking about doing something along that line, maybe a just slightly vanilla modded, and I would basically put it out for people, just everyone to play with it, be a community server. I probably don't want to pay for a server. I do have what was it? Oh my god, I can't remember. What is that server? I have it on my phone, I'm not sure. But there's a server that I can get for free, and we'd be able to start it and stuff. And I figure, yeah, a community for like Friday nights, just everyone, like if you got home from work or whatever, just need to chill, be able to do like, it'd be easy survival world, so you can just build and, have fun and everything. And I was considering I did a little bit of that with the Pixelmon server, but it's just too many mods on that, it lags it so badly, and I figure we can do vanilla, and at this point, current Minecraft 1.20 is basically modded, if you think about it. If you compare it to the original Minecraft, I'm like, there's llamas, there's dolphins, excuse me? I don't know, this is like Mo Creatures. Mo Creatures, that would be a fun mod pack to play with. Ooh. But the original one, it'd probably be too buggy these days, because it was from like 1.8, I think, maybe? But that would be a very fun mod pack to play with people. I know they had the werewolves and everything, and I remember watching a couple of YouTube videos of someone trying to play it, and it was so much fun to watch. It was hilarious. But yeah, maybe I can figure out a couple of mod packs. I have some people that can help me create one. Oh yeah. If we don't do Minecraft and stuff, Starfield would definitely. I am a bit worried about how intense it is. I keep seeing all of these articles where they're saying, Starfield is going to be like $500 to play when everything comes out, and I'm like, okay, my gaming PC, it's new, it's good, it basically does everything fine, so I should be okay with Starfield. On the other hand, the streaming software. My streaming software, if I just like record it, is fine, but Twitch's upload, since I'm an affiliate and not a partner, I'm like bumped down. They're like, nah. We don't need her, we have the partners, it's fine. But basically, I can see, at least on my end, sometimes Elder Scrolls gets a bit glitchy because of just how detailed it is. I have turned it down a bit, but Starfield, I would not want to turn down the graphics for. It just seems like it'd be so visually stunning, and just the gameplay would be so immersive that I wouldn't want to turn it down. So I don't know, I might, either I have to really, like go to the grind and try and make partner within the year, which I don't believe is happening since it typically takes about 5 to 10 years. But I would love to be able to play Starfield and have it not lag for anyone watching. Maybe I can try and figure something else. Maybe I would even switch to different streaming software, because Starfield would be brilliant to play. And yeah, I need to make sure it's really immersive for you guys. It needs to be, because on my end it's fine, but I don't know. We need to make sure. We need to make sure. But yeah, I'm thinking other games to come out. Oof. I do have an Xbox One. I don't have a capture card for it though, so I haven't recorded on it. That would be possible, but it's a pretty old Xbox One. I could definitely play like Assassin's Creed and like that's visually enough that it's fine on there. But I wouldn't get Starfield on there just because I don't have the atmosphere to record on my Xbox. Like I have my PC room set up and everything. But if I could stream from my Xbox to my PC, have the recording software on the PC, I don't think that would help with the lag. But it would definitely be interesting to try. Yeah, I think I would love to stream on my Xbox since I do have a couple of Assassin's Creed games. I have a couple of other games on there that I think are really interesting. And I just need to figure out how to get it because you still need the capture card and I don't know what else. I'm trying to bring back memories of the old Minecraft days. Oh, off the top of my head, I have no clue. I bought it like a year ago now, I think it is. It's like the SkyTech. It's a basic gaming PC. It's like not crazy powerful or anything like that, but it's enough that you can play most any game and not be worried about it. For Starfield, it'd be a bit iffy. It would be a bit iffy. I'm trying to think, oh my god, what are... I have no clue off the top of my head. And I don't have any of my PC stuff with me. I don't even have my little folder with me. But yeah, I think Starfield... on my end, it would be fine. It's just the streaming software that would mess it up a bit. But yeah, on the Xbox, if the capture card helped the upload speed, maybe it'd be okay. I don't know. Oh my god, yeah. I originally was thinking, oh, I can build my own PC. I can do this, I can do that and everything. I looked into it. And then I also looked at the table next to me, which had a puzzle I'd been working on for like 2 years because I do 3 pieces and then I get bored and walk away. I'm like, is this the best, idea that I can have right now? No. So I ended up buying one and I'm like, that was a good idea for me. I would not have been able to stick with it. One day I really wish to be able to do that, but maybe I would do a second PC for that. And if I could have one PC specifically for my upload and one PC for my games, then I'd be able to play Starfield and not have to worry about anything. But, yeah. We would have to wait a bit for that one. If more games like Starfield come out that, take up those specs, then I would definitely look into it. And I think, yeah, if that is going to be the new precedent, because, we've been kind of transitioning from they've been remastering all the older games and stuff. And so now we're going into the visuals, that current Elder Scrolls Online has, and it's like greatest graphics and everything. That's become the new normal. If it continues like that, and you just have to keep having the better PCs, which most likely is going to happen, then I really have to figure out, because Twitch is really good in this sense for uploading. Like I can tell, not dropping any frames or anything. But unless you're like partner, and now they're moving on to Partner Plus, which is going to be almost impossible for 95% of partners to get, they're going to hog basically all of the good upload speed, upload things from Twitch. Because I know at this point, they can upload their videos in insane quality, which is great for them. It's great, amazing for Starfield and all that stuff. But for someone watching it, oh my god, it's horrible, since you just don't have the ability to download it that fast, and that like insane frame rate. So I don't know if Twitch is going to make it a bit better for the affiliates, which make up the bulk of their streamers. then I'd be able to play a lot of these games, you know, in their original graphics and stuff. You wouldn't have to worry about downgrading them in order to, you know, actually have your chat, you know, be able to interact and watch it and everything. Because this right here is just my phone. It looks like upload is fine. It's like my Wi-Fi has a 6 on it. I didn't know there could be a 6. I don't know. Where I'm recording from a friend's house here. And I don't know, their Wi-Fi, it's like, I'm like, whoa, you have 5G? There's a 6 on my Wi-Fi. I didn't know it could get that high. So apparently I've been using crappy Wi-Fi. I don't know. Because when I'm trying to record my games and everything, I just have, you know, normal little Wi-Fi and everything. Maybe that's why it's not recording perfectly. I don't know. Ooh, I have a little timer on. I have to remember after this to turn myself back to vacation mode on Twitch. We'll see, you know. But overall, I do need to figure out what we're gonna do with that. Because yeah, I would love to play Baldur's Gate 3. I'm guessing is going to be visually, you know, if not stunning, interesting at least. Hopefully I can play that in full graphics, but I definitely need to know, like, if you guys are having a lot of issues with it, let me know, and I'll adjust it. I have kind of been trying to adjust it based on, like, what comes up in my stream manager, but the stream manager, it doesn't give me the options to change the output and everything. It's like, what you stream is what you get. So, you know, I'll need that feedback to make sure that it's okay for you guys. And that's the big point for it, because my computer at this can handle it, so I can change it up, and whatever needs to be done, I'll try and figure it out. We can have a day where I go through all that stuff and, you know, try and make it perfect for you guys, just like when we're making the emotes and everything. We can try and figure that out together and see how it goes. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. With all the older games, I think we'll be good. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 should be able to stream fine. But yeah, if there's a lot of reading on it, we'll have to have like honey tea or something. We could have a night of tea and playing Baldur's Gate. Because yeah, I will need some like honey for my throat. I can even tell now, half an hour in, my throat hurts. So yeah, we might have to do I was going to do a short stream no matter what, but maybe even a shorter stream, because I can tell that my throat is like, oh, getting absolutely dried out. So hopefully we can keep talking and I won't lose my voice, but if I do, I don't know, I'll go on the Discord and say, you know, hey, lost my voice, cannot stream. So yeah, after a week of, you know, being relaxed and everything, I should be top-notch right now. Instead, I could take a nap, you know? Yeah. Ooh, we could do hot chocolate in Baldur's Gate. Ooh, yeah. That would be fun. And I know it's, from what it looks like, it's, the gameplay seems to be kind of like Diablo. Second. Oh, my stream manager is not doing this very good. There we go. Oh, okay, why is my little chat thing? 1 second. There we go. Oh my god. Yeah, the little chat manager here is not the best. It's like your chat comes up on one side, but the other side does not let it. And I'm like, hey, I want to read the chat. I want to read the chat. Why? But yeah, I figure we can try, you know, have little sleepy nights with the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and have more, you know, the game-oriented nights for 3 and the newer games like that, because I'm anticipating that we will have a lot of issues with the earlier games. And say that in advance, because I get frustrated with it. I almost stopped playing Dragon Age Origins on stream, because for the life of me, I could not get it, just kept crashing, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna punch my computer, and I can't do that. I also can't have video of me doing that, just in case. So 1 and 2, I could definitely see us having problems with. So if that happens, we gotta have, like, you know, a hot chocolate or something, just something to relax and, you know, have a moment. Go find the cat. Go play with the cat for a little bit and bring her in. But yeah, and if there's any little quick fixes, because I find a lot of those quick fixes on Steam and those, like, not 20-year-old, but like 15-year-old comments and stuff, and they have this one-off comment about, oh yeah, if you, what was it for Dragon Age Origins? It's like you turn it to headset, turn it to stereo, turn it to headset again, exit out, come back in, and then your game works perfectly. And it worked. Every single time I did that, and it worked flawlessly. Before then, it crashed every 20 minutes, and I'm like, we cannot play this. I did that, wonderful. And that was in like the final comment in Steam that, I don't know, they were like about to delete it or whatever. So if you guys know any of those tricks, please let me know, and I will shout you out for like 2 years. Seriously, for 2 years, because it frustrates me so much. Hopefully, since, especially with Mass Effect, we're going to the newer games. We are not going backwards. We're going to the newer ones, so we shouldn't have any issues with it. But you know, you still may be able to see me yelling at my computer screen for a while. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I'll make sure to turn my volume down and then I'll start yelling. I really enjoy a couple times. I will see, oh, sorry, my mom just texted me. I just came across the stream. Shit, out doing errands. And I'm like, okay, sure, okay. What was I talking about? I completely forgot. Let me think. Mass Effect, new games. My God, what was it? All I can hear right now is the rain against the wall. We're supposed to be sitting outside, and I'm like, okay, we can sit outside, we can look at mushrooms, we can smell the evergreens and everything. And I watched as the rain got progressively worse throughout the week. Like, ooh. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot about the hatred. There we go. Yeah, the outside, I figured I would not rage at anything because I'd make sure to have a signal where I could sit outside. And that did not seem to work. Oh, I started this week, I'm like, okay, we're calm. There's like a 10% chance of rain, but really, what's 10%? It's basically 0%. Yeah, that works out fine. But then, like, every day of the week, it just kept going up, and finally yesterday, it's like, 90% chance. That's not 0% chance, that's 90% chance. Basically, 100% chance. And as we're driving in, we go through this, like, little sunny area, and I'm saying, oh, yeah, I'll be able to stream outside. Then my dad just looks to where we're driving. It's a dark cloud, it's horrible, and I'm like, oh, we're not streaming outside. Especially since my phone has like these cracks through it. Thankfully not through the cameras, but through the cracks, I'm worried that water's gonna get in there, and nope, not worth it. I even brought a cowboy hat to put over my phone, worst case. If it like stops raining and it's just misting, I don't know, still a possibility, but I don't really want to walk around with my little cowboy hat over there. The cowboy hat was supposed to be for me, so I didn't get, you know, all rainy. Whatever, the phone comes first. But yes, I figured if we are inside, I don't have to start yelling about the grass being wet and bugs flying around and everything, because really, if I'm outside, I get about 200 mosquitoes trying to get to me because I stay inside, and they're like, ooh, you don't go outside. You stay inside. You only look at the PC, not the sun. We want you for your blood. Like, ooh, okay, so they want me. It's nice to feel wanted every once in a while, but the mosquitoes, they can stay away. I'm like, honestly, I am good. I am good. So I go back inside with my screen and my artificial sun, and when I'm in here, the mosquitoes don't get me, and I don't have to yell at them. It's wonderful. Every once in a while it is nice to go out there, but I'm guessing that most people are the inside type. So I'm like, yay, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And honestly, outside I felt kind of weird just, standing in the middle of the forest talking into my phone. I felt like I was gonna have someone come behind me with a little knife, and I don't trust my dad not to do that. No, I don't trust, yeah, that was right. I could see him doing that to me, just coming behind, doing like faces and stuff in the camera. I could see that happening. So at least right here, I can see in the camera if anyone's coming up behind me. I'm like, oh my god. No one pretend to be like an axe murderer or something. Or I guess he'd be a sickle murderer. He ended up using a sickle a couple of days ago, and I'm just sitting on the porch with my little cup of coffee, just watching him like, ooh, look at that. He's out there working. It's okay, he's having a fun time. He has this little toy. It's like when you give kids those little fake lawn mowers and everything, you're prepping them to be your little minions and stuff. Like, yeah, you're doing good, sweetie. It's wonderful seeing that stuff outside. That brings me joy. With that, I'm like, I will put down my phone, I will put away my laptop. I'll go and watch that stuff. Like, if there's a dog outside, I'll do that, It's okay. I'll do that. But if there's no dog, and if there's, like, no funny thing happening, like someone, I don't know, tripping down the stairs and being fine, I have to say that because it's online and it's going on YouTube, the person would be fine at the bottom of the stairs, just embarrassed. Okay, disclaimer done. But it'd be hilarious to watch them fall. But that stuff, that brings me outside. It brings me joy. It's like a sunny day. Except typically when I go outside, my sun is the moon. Beautiful, beautiful sun. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are a bit nocturnal. I know I am. A lot of people find it hard because they have stuff like jobs and school and, life, like family members and stuff. I don't know anything about that, but I have a lot of fun in my day-night. Waking up at like 5 p.m. I used to wake up when the sun was setting, and so for about 8 months, I did not see the sun. I would wake up like once or twice because I had an appointment and they wouldn't schedule it at midnight. I know, it was crazy. I know. But for about 8 months or so, I did not see the sun. And even if I went out for those appointments, I'd have like my sunglasses, cowboy hat on. I was like the little Victorian girl. I'm like, the sun cannot touch me, it burns, it burns. So for the most part, I enjoy living like that. It's fun. For this, going outside, I wake up at 10 a.m. now because we have to do stuff throughout the day. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I know, it's crazy. People kept trying to get me up earlier. I'm like, this is my, this is my early. I can't get up earlier. I'd be still asleep. I can't do that. But so I'm up at 10 a.m., Thankfully, it hasn't been too sunny because otherwise I would burn. When I go outside now, I glow. I'm like an elf. I'm literally like an elf from Lord of the Rings. I glow. It's kind of fun, especially when I walk up to someone and say, hello, and they look at me and just go, oh, is this your first time outside? And I know they're joking, but a little part of me is like, yes, it is my first time outside. I do not go to the outer net, I stay in the internet. I love that joke, it's my favorite. And I did say earlier when I started the stream, I'm like, at some point we're gonna start gesturing because I don't have a keyboard in front of me. So hopefully I don't like fling my ring somewhere. Oh yeah, the outer net sucks. That's why even now we're in the inside and somehow 6G. I know, I keep talking to people and stuff. Thankfully, up where we are, because this is our friend's place and where we actually have a camp, no cell service, and our neighbors have Starlink, but kind of like iffy, and I didn't want to keep dropping out a stream every 5 minutes, so I'm like, okay, we gotta be here. But even then, it's like, we have our little group of like 4 people and 2 or 3 dogs, and that is our little happy place. Everyone else here, there's a store in the middle of nowhere that it's a running joke up here that the owners, who they just sold the place, they had owned it for decades, maybe about 45, I don't know how long, but decades. But it was a running joke that they would live up here basically all year round, and they didn't see many people, they just sold stuff. They were very mean. They were mean. One time they charged my dad extra because the one guy didn't like people from Rhode Island. And my dad's like, oh, okay, I kind of gotta pay you whatever because you're the only store in the entire North Maine woods, basically. But at the same time, well, we like Rhode Island. Oh, hi! Oh, we have someone here. This is Boydie. Yes, he is. Oh, that's my stuff. That was Boydie. Yes, the doggo. He is almost 10 months old, and he's a little perv. He likes to sniff crotches. So I'm glad that he just came in and tried to like bite a couple of my things. That's nice. But oh my god, he's adorable. He's a black lab. He's giant. He looks almost full grown, but he's not even 10 months. His paws are like almost as big as my hands. I don't have the biggest hands, but still, he's like this giant dog. And even when they brought him up to camp, I was like brushing my teeth and I heard they come out, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go out and, you know, brushing my teeth, I'll, you know, say hi, whatever. I go out and come down and the dog just jumps on me and I'm like, whoop, we're going down. Oh, where's the nature? Oh, this is my version of nature. Actually, wait, we can do this. Nature is right out there, where it's very, very wet and rainy. Let's see. Exactly. It's nature through a window. It's wonderful. It's my favorite type. It's perfect. This is actually a place, oh, I think, no, it wasn't this dog. It was another dog that some people have up here, and she is a hunter. She's amazing. She's being trained. She like might even go to like national competitions and stuff. She is adorable also, because one time we were watching her through that window and you hear a bit of a ruckus, you know, and it's like, wonder what that is. Suddenly, we see this giant turkey running and then flying up the road. And the dog is just prancing after, trying to get the giant turkey. And we're like, oh my god, it took flight. It just took flight. It's like, whoa, we were in the middle of nature. And that dog, oh my god. She's a brilliant hunting dog. But also, she was trying to get that turkey. She was really trying to get that turkey. Oh my god. That's why it's kind of nice to have a little piece of glass behind nature. And I am going to turn this chat off. It doesn't seem to be updating. I'm like, I have 6G. I don't know if that's possible, but I have 6G. I should be able to get chat messages on here. But oh yeah, so this is our version of nature for today. Because I just kept seeing the forecast. It kept getting worse and worse and worse. I'm like, no. Oh my god, I've been wearing like long sleeves, long pants to try and make sure that's fine. My feet are covered in mosquito bites and I'm like, please, you have mosquito bites on top of mosquito bites. That can't be working out for you. That can't be, right? But they just keep doing it. We have, it's a little, I don't know, it's a little thing like that, but it's a mosquito repellent thing that you put a thing of gas in and you put this little like blue pad on it, and whatever it does, oh my god, it works. Whatever it does works. Typically each hour I'll get, say, about 5 to 10 mosquito bites if it's not crazy. But with that thing, none. I get none. Yeah, mosquitoes have a foot fetish. It is confirmed. It is confirmed. I have like 1 or 2 on my wrists and stuff, but otherwise all on my feet. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell, man? The other thing is, it's like, okay, it might also be because I'm walking around either barefoot or in slides, and we have marsh next to us, more or less. It's technically not a marsh, technically, but it's enough mud that just sits there, and we keep trying to fill it with, like, you know, grass and everything. I'm thinking we're gonna try and bring up a bunch of seeds for flowers and just throw it all in and hope for the best. But my dad's been digging trenches through it. I watch him dig trenches through the mud so we can get the water flowing so the mosquitoes aren't all over, because they are all over. And you can't do too much of that, like the chemical mosquitoes and all that, repellent and everything. You can't do too much of that because we have so many animals up there and it drains right into the lake. Not good. Not good. So we try to do some of that stuff, but for the most part, that little electric mosquito thing, oh, it's beautiful. It is wonderful. If it worked in the rain, you know, it'd be fine outside, but yeah. I did, yeah. It's all covered in grass and everything. It's wonderful. I walk around and that's the only thing, because it's freezing. It's not freezing, but for someone who's used to having like 6 jackets on and a heater next to me, it's pretty cold. So I'm like, okay, I can have barefoot. I can be like, oh, a little, you know, nature person, walking around bare feet with like my hair braided and everything. I'm like, I'm an elf. I'm an elf. It's wonderful. That's like my 20 minutes of being all, like, yeah, being all tree person and stuff. I'll be a tree hugger for a little bit, just not too long. I'm almost coming up to my limit where I'm like, I need to go on like Minecraft and just build like a fence and I'll be happy. I just need to do something online at this point, which I am kind of happy that I was able to do this stream, because the more that I'm talking, I'm like, oh, it's nice to have a phone in front of me. It's really nice. I'm like, I save about 3,000 memes on my phone for this to make sure I don't run out. I have 3,000 memes to go through, because typically I'll scroll through Tumblr and like each week go through about 1,000 memes. So figure a little under 3 weeks. And it's still being added to. I think when I do go live notifications on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, typically, you know, I try and do a picture of the game and all that, a little bit artsy or whatever I can get if I forgot about it the night before. But I'm thinking about doing a meme for each day, you know, my little meme a day thing, and see if that works out. Chewie's biting flies. Oh, yeah, that's, oh, I keep seeing the dogs, and last night we had a dog that kept trying to get the sky raisins. The sky raisins. Oh. Ooh. Oh my god. 1 second, I do have to say, there we go, my stupid chat. I do not have chat right next to me because Streamlabs is not good. So I get your chat message right here for about 5 seconds and I'm like, everyone stop, I gotta read. Everyone stop, I gotta read. So we'll get most of it. But yeah, I am thinking about on doing a daily meme on Discord, because I have a lot that are very close to my heart, and by that I mean I meme. They make me laugh, you know, years and years after I have them. I have a bunch of memes from like 2016 on there, and I'm like, yes, my old memes, they're amazing. But I don't know, I might be doing a meme a day on there just to see what people like. Do I have like, oh. Yeah, I like those little jokes and everything. My closet is here. I'm always in it. I'm always in it. I have my fun little puns. I make myself laugh, and I figure that means that I've succeeded. Just like, pat myself on the back. Thank you. Thank you. I kind of want to get a little mini drum set for myself. A couple of times I have done that on the table, just very, very quietly when I make a joke. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm stealing from closet. Oh, yes. Okay, the owl story. This was a couple years ago, and we were driving back here, and all of a sudden we saw this, like, thing hobbling around on one of the dirt roads. It's like, it was big. It was like a tiny child. It was like a tiny child. And we're thinking, okay, obviously, it's not a tiny child. It's an animal. We're pretty sure about that. But, so we go up to it, and it's not like flying away. It looked feathery, as a tiny child does. And it wasn't flying away. So my dad goes up to it and everything, and it's an owl. It's a great horned owl. It's a big ass owl, but it's not flying away. So obviously, as one does, we go to the car, get a bunch of, not blankets, they're like towels, and my dad's like, open up the car door. We are going to take this owl with us to get help and everything. We weren't stealing an owl. We kind of were stealing an owl, but to help it, yeah. But so, he gets up this owl and everything, and he's like, here, hold it. And you gotta hold it tight, because if it starts, flapping around, they can, like, tear through your leg and everything. I'm like, thank you. The presents you give me. Thank you so much. It's amazing, wonderful. In this story, when you think of it, it's really great, but if it had gone wrong, it would be horrible. Well, it kind of did go wrong a little bit, but... But so basically, get in the car, I am holding a great horned owl in my arms. It's kind of like, I can like peek in it and peek in the little towel and see it, and I'm like, my God, I am like holding like a little baby this owl. It's so cool. But the owl isn't doing much. It's still alive. It's like, blinking around and stuff, but it's not doing much, which turns out was not a good thing. But so eventually it's about a 3-hour drive to real civilization, where we're able to find, a nature preserve place. And there's one in the town, so it's fine. But so we bring in, I'm holding this, and my arms are really tired. I have to say, to any moms out there, holding their babies for hours, oh my God, they're like bodybuilders. I mean, the owl was a tiny child. It was really heavy. But so for 3 hours, I'm holding this, like, rocking it and everything. And finally we get there, and they're like, you gotta put that, in a box and stuff. We'll put some holes and everything, but just very gently. And I'm over here like, no, this is my baby Maxine. It's okay. She's fine. She's cool. But so we put it in the box and everything, and eventually they're like, okay, we can get the great horned owl. Oh yes, actual bodybuilders. We can get the great horned owl to a little, animal hospital or whatever. But you see, there's also a loon that someone is bringing to the animal hospital. If you can meet them at this place, then you can do the handoff, and they can bring both the birds to the hospital. And we're like, okay. It seems like we're trafficking drugs at this point. Instead, we're like bringing different fowl to a hospital. But okay. So we then, we take the owl in a box. We now have a great horned owl in a box. And it's just chilling. That's not a good thing, but it's just relaxed there and everything. So we have this owl in the car, and we drive for another like hour and a half, I think it was. And eventually, we meet in a parking lot. Seems kind of sketchy, but we have the bird, so it's okay. We have the bird, and this woman comes up in an SUV, like soccer mom stickers and everything on it, just opens the door, and there's a loon. She has like a loon in a little box that's like wrapped up. And it's like, okay, I guess you are the bird lady. Here's our owl. And we hand off the owl to her, and They both get to the animal hospital. So of course we were like, okay, we did our duty. We handed off the owl. I guess we can go home now. And so we do. We go home. And eventually we did follow up with them. And sadly, the owl, I named her Maxine. She was a female. It was like Max, either Maxwell or Maxine. But Maxine sadly died. But she was well cared for, and I got to rock her. She seemed very relaxed. But yeah, they told us, they're like, if you were able to hold her for about 3 hours, yeah, that's not normal. Typically, if you like try and touch an owl, they will freak out and their giant talons will like, you know, they're like, you're alive. So she was pretty relaxed and that wasn't a good thing. But now I have a cool story about handing off owls. So that's cool, yeah. I swear it was. When we pulled into the, like, we'd gotten a sandwich or whatever, and we're like, do we feed the owl? Oops, dismiss. Like, okay, we got a sandwich from a store. Do we feed the owl a sandwich? Does the owl want a sandwich? Does it want some chips? Oh, we didn't have a rodent with us. We're like, I don't know. The owl didn't seem like it really wanted any of the sandwich, so we're like, okay. I guess we don't give the owl any food. Okay. It was a good sandwich. I think it was from Arby's. Owls don't eat Arby's. I know, it's like, I don't know. If we'd been back at camp, we could have just put a little mouse trap out, and we catch like 3 mice a night at this point. Could have just got one for that. And I know, sometimes, you know, birds and snakes and stuff, you'll have to make sure that the rodent is, you know, nice and warm, but you want it to be a bit dry as well. So you boil it for a little bit and then use a hair dryer on it. That's what people do for their snakes and stuff. Don't ask me how I know that. I know a lot about snake care, even though I don't have a snake. I would love to be a snake breeder though. But yeah, so the owl does, I mean, I'm gonna say that Maxine is living in a tree in, I don't know, somewhere. We're just gonna say that she's happy. But you know what? At least for her last, like, couple of hours, she was, you know, cradled like a little child, you know, talked to her and everything. She was a very well cared for owl. And now every single time we drive by that area, we're like, oh, it's Owl Corner. Oh. And we can say that we tried to help save nature. So yeah, the internet person helped the outer net. Crazy. Ooh, okay, yeah, I cringed myself at that one. I have to go back in the closet. I'm sorry, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. Now I understand. And it's also hard because I can see myself, and I can see myself going, ooh, and I'm like, no, that was a bad one. Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. I do, it's like, sometimes I make wonderful jokes. Yeah, see, there you go, you liked it. I know, ever since I saw the, oh, I gotta find it now. I'll see if I can post it in my Discord. But it's like, the outer net is scary. Ever since I saw that meme, it is my favorite thing to use. I'm like, yes, the outer net. We don't speak about the outer net. Oh, it's horrible. But because I've been in the outer net for a week and a half now, it's crazy. I was able to swim once. Be thankful for hot water. Oh my god, it was so cold. It was so cold. Our neighbor was like out there in her little tube, you know, because she likes to float, and usually I do too, but I like to float when it's like 85 degrees, because sure, I look like a lobster afterwards, and I have gone burnt to a point where I was completely red, which I just go red. I don't like, for the most part, I don't do like a really nice tan, because I'm pasty, and I stay inside. But for the most part, you know, I like floating out there. But she was floating, and I'm like, oh my god, it's maybe 68, 70 degrees right now. It's freezing, and we only have maybe a couple hours of sun in between times where you're like, yeah, it probably should rain. Probably it's gonna rain. But it's just too much. I know I'm at a lake and I should really appreciate being able to swim and stuff, but I did it once. It was freezing, the rocks were sharp, and I wanted to go and lay in bed in my like 17 fluffy blankets. Gotta have the fluffy blankets. Then again, at times, this has happened before, where it's like, you're so relaxed, you hear a little little pitter patter, and you realize you're not alone in that room. There's a mouse somewhere around there, which I don't mind if the mouse is like somewhere else. When the mouse is probably on the bed or near my bed, I'm like, I like my fluffy things, but if one of my fluffy things starts moving and it's not a dog or a cat, I will not be happy. I would be like, nope, we will not be sleeping at all. We will not be doing any of this. I am going to just be sitting in a corner, staring at the wall, hoping that nothing is around me. Good enough, it'll be fine. Thankfully, that has not happened. It's gotten very close, but it hasn't happened yet. My fluffy blankets, I will say it once perfectly, fluffy blankets, there we go. They will stay wonderful and not alive. It's great. It's wonderful when that happens. That shouldn't be something that I'm proud of, but I am proud when my blankets don't move on their own. What can I say? I'm a bit of a snob. But otherwise, it has been amazing up here, and I will be doing this next year as well, if you're gonna stick with me that long. But next year, I don't know. If I get into a lot of in real life streaming, maybe I'll do this again. But otherwise, I might just go for like the 2.5 weeks without a stream. This is a long time in advance, so we don't need to really worry about it. But it is just, you know, sitting here doing it, I enjoy it. I really do. I can feel my voice is almost starting to go, but I do enjoy it so much. But leading up to it, I'm like, oh, we have to stream it this time. We have to get this done. Oh my god, oh my god. And so I don't know. I feel like if I did that at the end of my trip, maybe, like take a little bit on the last couple of days, it'd be fine since I'm leaving already. But this is kind of in the middle of my trip almost. So half the trip is like waiting for this, and then the rest of the trip is going to be going, oh, but if I had made that joke 1 hour and 17 minutes in, perhaps, then I would have been able to set up for this thing at 1 hour and 22 minutes. I don't know. It'll be in my mind the rest of the trip. I'll be thinking about it every single time. It's like, if anyone is worried, like, oh, sometimes when I go into other streams, I you know, try and ask something, or I'll make a comment, and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm proud. No, I said something, I'm proud of what I said, I'm glad I interacted with a person. I'm like, they probably don't remember it. Like, for me, anyone interacting, it's like an email. I remember it completely. One of the few things I can actually remember. I don't know why it works out that way, but it does. I can remember that and dance routines. For some reason. Everyone knows that when you go to school, instead of teaching you how to balance a checkbook, they teach you how to square dance. Or at least, that's what my school did. And apparently multiple other schools, because I have like talked about this with a couple other people. But so they taught us how to square dance. For a while I was pretty good at it, but then they decided for your grade, because we're going to grade you on dancing in school, for your grade, you and a group have to come up with a dance routine, and then we judge you and give you a grade. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like America has talent and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, we're going to be judged and graded on this? They're like, yes, this will be your grade for this quarter. The entire quarter. Amazingly, my group, we got an A and we ended up doing our dance routine actually at the talent show. It was some, I don't know, some like pop song or whatever. But I just remember all of us doing it so seriously, and everyone's like, lighten up, have fun. And we're like, this is as if we're studying for a test. Oh my god. The square dancing unit has turned into a freestyle unit, and you're going to judge us. Oh God, no. I still don't understand that. And it was still that, same school never taught you how to balance a checkbook. I had to figure that out on my own, and then I forgot how to do it because I don't write checks usually. For a while, I loved writing checks. I would write like 3 checks a year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for me, it was a lot because they were only like for $2 or something. If I had the opportunity to use a check, I would. Like, no cash, we're using checks. So I did that a couple of times, and that's how I learned to balance a checkbook. Then again, who taught me that? I might have Googled it. I'm not exactly sure how, but that was how I learned. But you know what? When I was Googling it, I could have been square dancing. Probably was. Got a great grade on it. But see, that's why I feel so prepared for streaming, because I have all of these stories and everything that I don't have to try and, like, I don't know, go on YouTube and make up stories about or anything. It's just genuine stories that at the time weren't very funny, but now they're okay. And I'm like, okay, this is what I can do for streaming. If I was an accountant, I wouldn't be able to tell these stories and have people laugh. They would just go, oh, okay, I'm gonna go back to the numbers. That's fine, that's cool, people can live like that. But I can't. So I thought, let's share it on stream, because that is helpful. That's helping somebody. If someone else, too, was terrified by square dancing, I can help you. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Plus, a lot of these one-liners I come up with, I'll wake up at 2 in the morning, and I'll be like, I have an idea for a go live notification. I write it down on my phone, and in that moment, I'm like, I'm brilliant. This is the best thing ever. I'm so brilliant. I wake up in the morning, and I look at it, and I'm like, who would use this? Oh my God, this is horrible. So all of my go live notifications and stuff, I make myself use the ones that I make up in the moment. Because if I go back and use some others that I've made up, it sounds like I'm a crazy person, which to a degree is okay. But as a go live notification, I get statistics on it, and so I have to go back and look at it, and I don't like that. Just like a lot of the times, I don't like rewatching my own videos, because I don't like making the clips and stuff of it, which I need to do. But I don't like doing it, because then I have to think back and like, ooh, I don't know, could I have said that differently? And I don't remember what I was thinking in the moment. So I'm like, okay, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? At least, with video games and stuff, I'm able to keep kind of a line of thought on there. But with this, I don't have a script or anything. This is a bunch of notes from TwitchCon. I just keep talking, and I'm like, okay. Typically in a conversation, someone would cut me off or be like, stop talking, but no one's here to cut me off, so I just keep talking. And yeah, it's worked out so far, I guess. It works in the woods. If you ever feel alone in the woods, just start talking to a tree or a bird or something. It makes you feel, really at home, and makes you feel like you're on stream. Great way. With a dog and stuff, they'll bark at you, they'll have fun, they'll talk to you, it's cool. But I mean, otherwise, you just have to sit and, hope for the best. So, I'm hoping that, if we're, with like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I know Trucking Kev said that there's a lot of stuff to read on there. I'm hoping that if I can read all that stuff, we can get some stories from it and everything. Hopefully we can make it a bit more interactive if they're really long stories that make my voice go, ah. I even forgot I had my entire thing of Monster before starting this, and I think it's finally kicking in. I can tell the speech pattern's getting a bit more, but it's okay. It's okay. For the most part, I think, no. I was gonna see if we could actually go outside, but I don't think so. Okay. Because, yeah, like, if Baldur's Gate 3 goes on sale, then I'll do that first. And then 1 and 2, but I feel like I'll be able to bundle all 3 of them together. I know there was a bundle for the first 2 and the DLC. Like, I'm just waiting for that. It was like 60% off, and I'm like, no, we can get 80% off. We can get 80% off. So I'm waiting for that, and I think I just missed a bunch of sales this week, but whoops. Worst case, I'll go on Fnatic and see. You're playing it? Oh, okay, so how are the graphics? Because I want to stream it like full quality, but a lot of the times the frame rate isn't that good. So I'm kind of worried about that. But if it's more like, if it's similar to Mass Effect 3 in the crispness instead of Elder Scrolls Online, I think it'll work out really good. Because surprisingly, Mass Effect 3, I haven't seen really any dropped frames. It's like, yeah. Okay, well that's good. That's good. If it's not very demanding, ooh. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh my god. We're gonna have so much fun with that. Okay, so we have on Friday Mass Effect 3, and oh, it's all turn-based, so that we can do, it'll be a bit relaxed for us, okay. Instead of outright firefights and stuff, it'll be good. On Friday, we'll have Mass Effect 3, and I think that'll take us until mid-September. I'm gonna say that, and then afterwards, thank you Gronkai, we can play Mass Effect Andromeda, and that should take us through to the end of September, I would say. After that, by then I should be able to have gone Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and possibly 3. Depending on which ones we get and everything, it will depend on the order. But also, okay, so it's gonna be a grindy game. Okay, that's good. I'm good at those types of games, definitely. That means I also have a lot of stuff that I can do offline to, help us kind of move along in it. Overall, I think I have been trying to get RimWorld up. I'm still waiting for that as well. But once I get RimWorld, we can kind of play around with crowd control. And I figure once we switch to Baldur's Gate, maybe we can do like one night of crowd control, whether it's RimWorld or might do it for Skyrim. I've been even looking into like Dave the Diver and stuff like that. Just something for one night that we can kind of play together, or do one of the like Minecraft communities. We can figure that out, and then the other 2 nights will be a story-based game like Baldur's Gate, or if we replay Mass Effect or something with the different romances and stuff, then we can do that those other 2 nights and kind of make it a story weekend or RPG weekend. I think that'd be better. But I want to try and get, little theme nights in. Maybe I may try and reach out to a couple of people and see if we can do some group games and stuff. I know, I thought when I talked to Thane, because I talked to him like 6 different times and he kept giving me like the same options. So I kept talking to him and he's like, you are my Sidha, I believe it was. And I'm like, yes, that probably means fiance or something. Probably, I'm guessing. It did not. I like the meaning of it, but at the same time, like, oh. Well, I did talk to him a bit. For how much I usually talk to characters, I talk to him all the time. The only thing was, I was trying to be my renegade persona as Shepard, and I'm like, oh, yes. Yes, your wife died. Yes, that she did. Oh, yes, that was... that was not my mom. That was actually one of the friends that owns this place. So I'm using her Wi-Fi and her couch and her dog that was in here. But yeah, my mom was the one that texted me like halfway through and she's like, I'm out doing errands. Are you out in the woods? I'm like, no, I'm not. Yes, he is adorable. He is like a giant, adorable fluff ball that can like bowl you over. It's adorable even when he's like just so excited, because you know that he's so excited to see you. It's like, oh my god, my cat does not do that. My cat does not do that. And she just kind of like looks at me and slow blinks. I'm like, ah, she didn't scratch me. She must be in love with me. Wonderful. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice when you get that little slow blink as a cat owner. Oh, he's a love bug. That's adorable. Yeah, my cat is just like, I don't hate you, and walks away, and then she's fine. And I'm like, oh, whoa, roll out the red carpet. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, I wish she would cuddle and everything, but I figure if she gets a bit older and we get into a larger place, we'll be able to get a second cat. And oh, that'd be adorable. Yeah, I want to get a second cat to kind of, give her some company. And also, maybe the second cat will bring her out of her shell a little bit more. Because right now, when we first got Baby, she was this tiny little thing, and she had been mistreated. Not knowingly that we know of, but just the person couldn't take care of her. She was an older person. And so when we got her, she was tiny, and they're like, she's skittish, she does not like people, she let you pet her, that's insane. Sure, take her, $50, go. And so we're like, okay, we have a cat, great. And thankfully, she did warm up to us, and after about 2 years, we're able to go up to her and, say hi and everything, and then now we're able to pick her up and everything. Oh, and I'm so thankful that she's able to, at least interact with myself and my mom. Everyone else, it's like, no, she'll interact with my dad, kind of, but just a little bit. I am so worried that if we do get a second cat, she will hate the second cat. And obviously, like, Baby's the first cat, she's staying no matter what. I remember one of my friends, when they got, I think it was when they were trying to get a second dog, and the first dog, he hated the second. Oh my god, they had to give back the second dog because the first one kept, like, attacking him. And it was... Thankfully, no one got, like, seriously hurt or anything like that. Well, the dogs didn't get seriously hurt or anything like that. But the first dog, the angry dog, was a tiny little French bulldog, and the second dog was, like, a tall mutt that was probably as big as a lab. And you would just kind of look, and, like, the little dog would just, like, growl, and the big dog would run away, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe we should be scared of the little dog too. I don't know. Maybe we should be scared. The tiny ones are scary. It's like, yeah, my tiny little skittish cat was now a giant fluff ball that growls at raccoons. She tried to growl at a raccoon, tried to get out there. She also growled at a turkey. I'm like, you will not win. I know the turkey is a bird, but you will not win that fight. Turkeys win all the time. It's like swans and geese. They always win. I've been chased by both a swan and a goose. It is not good. It is not a fun time. It's horrible. It's worse than being, like, chased by a dog because the goose can fly. So, you can climb something and the dog won't get you. But the goose can fly. It's like, oh my god, it's horrible. It's like all those people who are angry that dinosaurs may have feathers because, we just haven't been able to see the feathers don't stay like the bones, so we just don't know. And they're like, why would you put feathers on dinosaurs? I'm like, have you been chased by a chicken? Or have you been chased by a peacock? When I was in Hawaii at one point, my mom and I were getting into the car, and we saw this couple running by us. A peacock was chasing them. It chased them to their car, and of course my mom and I are like getting in the car, locking everything. The peacock stayed outside the car. It just kept trying to get to them. We're like, oh my god, should we call someone for you? Are you okay? And they're like, we're okay, just shaken, but everything's fine. But I'm like, dinosaurs would be 17 times more scary. Exactly 17. No more, no less. But 17 times more scary if they had feathers. It'd be like giant chickens chasing you. Ooh. That's one of the times, like, I was so amazed when that dog chased that turkey and the turkey flew. I'm like, the dog won. That's not supposed to happen. It's a turkey. It's a giant male turkey. no one's supposed to win against them. They're supposed to win. I didn't understand it. I will, go up to a dog, like, even if, like, the dog's a bit, like, rambunctious or, angry, I'll be like, okay, whatever, calm down and stuff. I will not get close to the birds. Blue jays, they scare me. Those things, they are beautiful. They're lovely to watch from a glass window, which is why I like our nature outside of the glass windows. Keeps them out there. Plus, this is climate controlled. Think about that. Climate controlled room. It's even better than when I have, like when my PC is running. I can tell when I'm running like Mass Effect and I'm streaming and I have my laptop on. It gets so warm in there. I'll have the AC unit blowing right onto the computer and everything. It is still so warm. And I try because I know if I turn the AC on and put it towards me, I get freezing, but the computer gets really hot. So I'm like, okay, at one point, if I eventually try and make my own computer, which next 5 years, say, in 5 years, I'll try and do that. But if I do try and make my own, I'll need to figure out how to get like a heavy-duty fan because I need more ventilation with that computer. Oh my god. I would love to build my own. I said this earlier, I don't have the patience, or not short-term patience, long-term I have the patience. That one puzzle that I was talking about, that I do like 3 pieces and then leave, but you know what, I finished that puzzle. I finished it. It took me like 4 years to do it, but it's completed, and it's like a 1,000, 5,000, one of those. But it's like, it was a giant one that I put on the floor, but you know what? It worked out. So if I do eventually make a computer or build my own, it will take me years, and I will probably screw up a bunch of parts that are expensive, and I need to work to make sure that doesn't happen, or at least maybe limit how many pieces I'm able to screw up. But for the most part, I'd be able to do it. I would just have to have a second PC to look up a lot of stuff on how to do it. I do, I have enough people who understand it, and enough people that I'm in normal contact with that they can kind of tell me, hey, if you put that there, your entire room is going to explode. You should not do that. I'm like, thank you so much for that. I have enough people like that I wouldn't, be a danger doing it, but I would definitely spend like, I don't know, an extra $1,000 just messing up stuff, and I cannot spend an extra $1,000 messing up stuff on computers. That is not in my budget. I don't think that's in anyone's budget, or at least maybe it shouldn't be, if it is. But for the most part, it was much more relaxing buying a PC, because I kind of went, that one. Yep, delivery in a week. Perfect. And that's why, like, I don't really know the specs and stuff, because I know I went over it about 2 times before I bought it, once I chose it, to make sure everything was fine. But then I'm like, okay, we have equal PCs over here. We're just gonna spin the wheel and see. They're all the same price, all the same ones, basically. Just spin the wheel. So I'm like, yeah, it works great. Whatever I did, it's right. Don't know what it was, but it happened. And at least with that, I wasn't able to mess it up. So thankfully with all this stuff, I'm able to use it for the games. If I'm able to get a reliable way to stream, you know what? Instead of doing live streams, because with the capture card on my Xbox, that'd be a bit hard, I may do certain recording. I may record it, but I may try and do that just for YouTube and have like a series for Assassin's Creed where it's just on YouTube and it's not a live stream, because it'd be pretty hard to do that for me as a live stream, but I think it'd be a bit easier to do recording for it. And I could even do it as a premiere, so I could watch it as well, and it'd be kind of a live stream where we could still chat. We would just also be like almost reacting to a video. I could even do that as one of my reaction videos, because I've been considering doing that. I have I've started my little list of reaction videos that should be safe or whatever. But maybe I could do that, where we could see how I messed up Assassin's Creed multiple times, and we can kind of go through that. I figured it'd be a bit more relaxing, and yeah, okay. I like that. I think I'm gonna write that down and at least look into it, because that would be kind of fun. At least on my end, it'd be fun. Pretty embarrassing as well, but yeah, may as well. I don't know who I was talking to. It might have been when I was doing, I don't know who it was. I don't know when I talk to a person. I don't talk to other people, but I know I had this conversation about how, I think I actually had this in a stream, someone else's stream, but about how, like, streamers, in order to be a streamer that has not necessarily some success, but wanting to have some success, there has to be a level of narcissism. And it's essential, not in a bad way, in a good way, because you have to believe that at least one person, or at least many people, will come watch you instead of doing something else. Because, like, hey, I could be taking a nap right now. I would love to take a nap, but I chose to stream and hope that people are going to watch me instead of taking that nap. And, like, hey, they want to take that nap, cool, but it's in order to be a successful streamer, you need that level of narcissism, and there's all these, like, negative connotations with the word narcissism, which typically are BS, but yeah, it's like you have to believe that, hey, someone's gonna be like, yeah, I want to, watch them and stuff. I think I'm gonna have to take a nap on the way home. I chugged that monster on the way here. I didn't bring an extra monster with me, so I'm gonna have to have water on the way back. I know, water. Ugh. I'll be, like, all healthy and natural and stuff. It's weird. It's so weird. I forgot tea. I don't have any tea. Oh, we'll have to just have caffeinated coffee. That'll work out. Okay. But yeah, it's like, you have to believe a certain level of interest is there, even if you don't believe it yourself. And that's where I think it can be used to help people, because it helps build up that confidence to believe, hey, yeah, someone will actually, enjoy listening or watching or whatever it is. The only little catch is you actually have to have someone who's interested. So if you've been streaming for like a year and you're getting 0 people, it's like, yeah. Watcher, just go out. Oh. I can see about half of that. 1 second. Chat. I don't understand that. Okay. My chat feature sucks, and I didn't bring my laptop with me because it doesn't keep any of my, charge. It's like, it'll be plugged in for a night, and it'll go down on battery. But yeah, it's like, we need, text, what? I can see a little bit of that. It's horrible. It's like, I don't know, I don't have my other device with me. I have my little phone right there, and I'm trying to think if I go off of Streamlabs and look at my Twitch, I'm not sure if that will end stream or not. I don't think it will, but I'm not. Ooh, yes. Oh, yeah, in the middle of Maine, that's what I wish. I wish we had Uber Eats out here. I've only used it a couple of times. Oh, yeah, wait, my dad's somewhere around here. We can get another monster. A father is the best Uber Eats, always. But yeah, it's like, if we had Uber Eats just everywhere, that'd be amazing. Think about that. You could have, like, order a pizza or something from Pizza Hut, have it flown in on a drone, just into the middle of nowhere. Or if you're, like, on a boat or something, just, yes, that is my drone. I wish for the pizza. It is my pizza. Have a little drink on top of it and everything. Perfect, perfect. You would never have to leave anywhere. It's like, oh, I do wish, I know this can't happen, but I wish we could have a robot that opens the doors, so I wouldn't have to, like, walk to the door. I know, that's horrible, and it's like the people from WALL-E, when they were, like, sitting in their big chairs and stuff, floating down the hallways. But it looks so cool. It looks so cool. I would just be able to have, like, a little recorder right here, I don't know, a monitor right here for chat so I could actually see all of chat. That'd be amazing. And it is, it's interesting because this setup for Streamlabs is supposed to be better than Twitch's setup because apparently I was talking with a couple of in real life streamers at TwitchCon and they're like, don't use the Twitch app. Don't use the Twitch app for streaming. Use Streamlabs. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So if this is the good app, oh god, how hard is it to actually live stream on the Twitch app with just an in real life stream? I don't know. I think Streamlabs is the better option, but I do need to figure out, I need like a second cheap phone just for my screen for chat and everything. Maybe I can get like, I can figure out one of the old phones that I have. Yeah, I can do that. I can try it. So if we do another, well, when we do, I shouldn't say if, we will do another in real life stream, and I figure that way we can have, maybe I'll do a network so I can have my chat on this, and so I can be like scrolling through chat and talking and stuff. Yes, we are in Maine right now. We don't get free lobsters, but we get really good lobsters. We are not, I would love to go like on a boat for lobster, getting the traps up and everything like that. But I think it would be about 5 minutes and I'd get tired of all the water and stuff and then just go inside and play on my phone. Basically, that's what would happen. Love the lobsters, but I just like them on my plate. Or at the little, oh my god, at the, you know, at the stores and stuff, in normal grocery stores, they're over there swimming around and stuff. They have a big one at one of the local places. You're able to really see it. Yeah, it's cheap lobsters compared to like everywhere else. Up here, we're like, yeah, pile them on. And everyone's like, oh, but aren't they expensive? And we're like, do you know how much they are where we live? Oh my god, just keep piling them on. This is amazing. It's wonderful. For once, you can actually eat as much as you want and not feel guilty about it. It's great. Not a, what? 1 second. Oh, what? I want my chat. I want my chat. It's on the stop button. No, okay, is it not? Did you ask if I was a Mainer? In that case, no. It's like the stop button is in the middle of it and I can't see that last one. It's horrible. Yeah, so I'm sorry for that. I want to be able to see chat, but my chat isn't working. It's like the one time, please, why? Oh, so much, yeah. But no, back home, you're able to get lobster and everything and not bad. Oh, a miner. No, I'm not. I thought you meant a Mainer. I'm like, oh, you thought I was a Mainer? How nice. No, I'm not. I just look very, very young, and it helps a lot because every single time it's like, oh, 2 adults, and I'm like, no, a child. And they're like, oh, sure, go ahead, you're free. Yes, I'm free. It's wonderful. I saved so much money. It's great. It's like, I remember, oh my god, a lot of the discount things, you know, you can get in as a child and stuff, and it'd be like, put on a sweatshirt, put on like some pink shoes or something, look really young, and I'm like, I got this. Let me put pigtails in. I'll look like a 7-year-old. And they're like, good, perfect. It's like, it is a bit odd because everyone in my family, like my mom looks about 10 years younger than she actually is. It's a bit odd. Everyone in my family on that side is about like that. Even on my dad's side, it's, yeah. Inclusive, it means that basically I do not shun anyone. Everyone is welcome, you know, as long as you play by the rules, which is basically don't be angry at people, you know, whatever. Basically, you know, don't step over boundaries that people set and everything, but other than that, everyone is welcome. I do not exclude anyone based on ideas or anything like that. I'm pretty open-minded, and I'm trying to, you know, put that out a bit more, because sometimes, you know, you'll get people who are stuck in little cliques and stuff, and for the most part, as long as, like, no comments are extremely like sexual or anything like that, then I make sure that everyone can speak and all that. But yeah, I cannot, I don't have access to like the mini moderation stuff, so it's basically, I only have access to banning people, so I don't have like timeouts on this and stuff, so right now I don't have my full like rule list up and stuff like that. Oh, yes, completely. For me, I'm like, I don't know. I'm on my Tumblr page, it's not straight but not gay. Haha, I'm like, I don't know. I don't meet enough people to know. So I don't know. First I'm like, I don't know, gender doesn't matter. I'm like, you're human? Great, perfect. Wonderful. It's perfect. But yeah, so basically I am inclusive for anything. If it's sexuality, if it's ideas, all that stuff. I don't know, I can't even think of boundaries. Okay, that was another bad one, I'm sorry. I make myself laugh, so it's cool, but yeah, here I am trying to make a little community, and I think we've been doing pretty good with our little geek community with Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and stuff. Okay, yeah, cool. We are inclusive to straight and regular and all that stuff. We are inclusive to every single person. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful world. But yeah, it's pretty great. Most channels are like that these days, but I'm definitely trying to make it a bit, more solid that, yep, this is who we are and stuff like that. And I did speak a little while back. I did an interview with someone who's doing a thesis on female gamers who stream, and I talked to her a lot about this, and it's like the inclusivity. There we go, I got it. It's like most people are pretty inclusive these days, but not the mosquitoes. I mean, to be fair, I respect the mosquitoes that have a foot fetish, hey, you do you, bro. You do you, bro. But, for the mosquitoes, I have to set a boundary. There's too many mosquito bites. It's horrible. But yeah, for these days, it's like, you can find those inclusive communities, and I just want to make sure that everyone knows that this is one and stuff. And for the most part, I don't think we've had any issues with it. And I'm very proud that we've had a really great community in chat. I know there's a special couple of people in chat that have been here for a while. Citronella. Oh, I also use the chapstick. Oh my god, Carmex. I have never bought any anti-itch cream. I always use like 20-cent chapstick, and it works beautiful. I do use the I think it is citronella. That's what it is. And the little, oh my god. Once again, words are not coming to me. That's horrible. And the little plastic thing that you put on and stuff. That you press start with the gas and all that. I like that. Yeah, well, hey, computers can be outdoors. They're just not as effective outdoors. I am autistic. Yep, I'm diagnosed when I was like 16 or something. But basically every single psychiatric person who I'd seen before then, they're like, have you talked to anybody about being diagnosed with autism? And I'm like, no, why should I? And they're like, you should. So finally someone was like, okay, we're gonna actually write it down at this point. I'm gonna diagnose you. And I'm like, with what? What's going on? And they're like, yeah, have you ever been told that? And I'm like, just like 6 or 7 times, but it's cool, don't worry. But yeah, so it is nice because I kind of, as a female, I was like so late to the autistic community where a lot of the things that are so weird for me, it's like, I realize it's normal. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome. I know I've been talking, but welcome again. School is definitely a hard thing for me. I, for a while, was at a online school, and just the stress became so much. It's pretty, for me, it's easy, with like sensory stuff. Well, not easy, but I'm able to stay in my own little environment, so that's definitely helped me a lot. With studying, I guess it is kind of hard since in the beginning I didn't really have to study. So then when I was in my first couple of years of high school, my first year of high school, it was really hard because I'm like, how do I study? How does one study? I've never been, able to try this. So mostly I've been able to isolate myself to a point where if I need to go and do something that is different to make myself feel more comfortable, I can. Like, for example, I use corsets. They are one of my biggest sensory factors. I don't know if you are autistic, if you are or aren't, or just, want to talk about it. But yeah, I use corsets because it's like having a weighted blanket or a big hug around you 24/7. It's amazing, and it's helped so much just with just being able to stay calm and not do all that and stuff. And it's like, it's not bad, but sometimes you start knocking over glasses, and I'm like, okay, let's try and not do that. But yeah, for the most part, I just don't really do any of the studying and stuff anymore since I've more or less stopped with my online college. It didn't seem to be the path that is mine to take, so instead I became a streamer, and this has definitely been a bit easier with everything. I think it's actually been a lot more helpful than almost anything else in my life. Just being able to talk freely like this, but also being able to know that if I mess up, and because it's a live stream, I can't edit it, it's okay. It's like, hey, if I trip over my words, if I start repeating, if I start clicking or doing anything, which I don't really have to do while I'm streaming, it's okay, because, I have complete control over it. So it's nice, yeah. It's very nice. And very, very relaxing to have control over the situation, which, that's some other issues, yeah. But I have wanted to, I've gone to like one group or so to try and, interact with other people who have autism and everything. And I just don't have the opportunity because I just don't interact with people in general. This is my crazy interaction this stream. I'm like, hey, I talked to like 6 different people in chat. Whoa, we're partying, it's crazy. So this is my big kind of thing. So I like to put autistic in the tags to say, yeah, I'm open, this is a place to talk about it. If someone is autistic, hey, cheers, fist bump, And yeah, it's just nice to be able to be open about it and not have to treat it as if it's a medical diagnosis. It's not just a medical diagnosis. It's basically how your mind works. It's nice. Like, oh, you enjoy learning this way? Oh, yes, this is how I enjoy doing it. It's like, oh, cool. It's a conversational thing almost, where you can openly say that. It's nice. Yeah, definitely in these communities, I've found that everyone's been open, which has been really nice. I've only had to ban, I think, like 2-3 people so far since I've begun streaming. And that was like obviously a little, oh my god, what do they call them? Not a phishing bot, but one of those random bots where they just like put outrageous stuff to see what you put up with, basically. But I mean, other than that, I'm so glad that I haven't had to deal with that. And I know there's been like 1 or 2 people in chat that's been like, it's iffy, but I'm thankful that other chat members have kind of said, oh yeah, this is what's happening, and then the other people backed off, and I'm like, hey, cool. It's like having a little group walking down the street, Have a little group around you, it's nice. I remember when I was younger, a couple of my friends and I would all, we'd walk around little groups, we'd go Pokemon Go hunting a couple of times later on. But we just, like to walk to Dunkin' Donuts and stuff. And it would be just so nice because, sure, we were these, 12-year-old kids or whatever, but it felt like we had a little community walking around. And, of course, we were, the little geeks and stuff, so we had our violins and cellos on our backs and stuff. But still, it was so cool. And that's what I like being able to create in this sense. Because I typically, I have my computer and stuff and everything, and I have a bit more control, but for the most part, it's being able to have a group and sit around, and with chat, you're able to only, talk to one person at once, and you're able to concentrate on that person. which is where I understand why a lot of people use the slow chat, because in a lot of the streams where there's so many people there trying to chat, it's like you want to say hi to everyone, so they have to use the slow chat and all that stuff. And it's like, okay, that's a really nice feature. It's really cool. So you're able to actually interact with everyone, and it's like everyone gets, you know, their time and stuff. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm pretty proud of the community that we've made here. It's nice. I like it. And thank you once more again for the follow. It means a lot to me. It's like every time a little number goes up, I'm like, ooh, yay, numbers. The number's going up. It's fun. We are trying to get to our follower goal of 120 followers. I believe that's our goal right now. My typical stream cam, we have it like right here, but it's a special stream cam, so we don't have that right now. But yeah, I'm very happy to have gotten this far, and I'm hoping that we will continue to go further once I get back. We are actually closing up on our time. We have maybe about 10-ish minutes left, but then we have to leave because we have to go to the lumber yard and get lumber. My dad and his friend are making it's like a little seat along the edge of our deck. And it's like, finally we have railings and stuff, so it's great, but we're making a little seat and everything. I say we, but I usually watch. And you know, if they need something, I'll go and get it. But for the most part, I watch and read my book. It's fun. But yeah, so we're gonna, you know, have to go and get the lumber, apparently in the rain. I don't want to go out in the rain. I like right here. I didn't bring a heavy jacket. The one thing I forgot to bring to Maine is a heavy jacket. I don't understand either. I'm not used to the outer net. I know. We've gone over this. It's horrible. But yeah, my version of a rain slicker is this. Works out perfect. You just have to stay like this and go straight and hope that there's no wind. And then you don't get hit by the rain, and it's great. If you like lean out a tiny bit, you get drenched, but it's fine. You just gotta stay pencil straight like this. It's like, ooh, yeah, we're fine. This is how it works out. But yes, let me see. I don't know if, let me see if we can do a raid on here. I don't know if we can do a raid on this. Let me see. I don't think we can. Oh my god, no. We're finally online at a time where a lot of people are on. Yeah, I don't think we can do a raid on this. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into this because for one of our other times, we have to be able to raid people. I just /raid. I can't even type in chat on here. Yeah, no, I can't type. They don't let me do a chat. I can do like nothing on here. Oh my god, it's horrible. Yeah, simple mode, nope. Scenes, I can do scenes and stuff. That's it. Okay. Well, that's odd. I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe I can get like a raid button or something. We can figure it out. Yeah, no, I don't have any of the other things. It's like for scenes, they're like chat. It's chat. It's, what is it? This events, and then one other thing. Oh yeah, and then like follows and stuff. And they're like, but you can rearrange those 3 things. And I'm like, you've 27 different scenes, and they're all like an inch different. I'm like, you have 3 different things that you can use. So yeah, we will have to figure this out because I know it's possible to do it. I'm just like, not prepared for it. You'd assume you can raid people on this because it's Streamlabs, but whatever. But yeah, so, oh wait, let me see. This might go out for a moment, so we're gonna have to see. If I go like that, I don't know if that worked or not. If it didn't, I think I can go to my dashboard and I can raid someone. Okay. I don't know. No, we're not gonna try that because I think it's gonna go halfway through. Okay, so that's okay. We will have to do it next time. But yes, if you guys also have any ideas about someone that you want me to raid in the future, if you guys have a friend or something, let me know. I will go follow them. and we can do a little raid. And yeah, if they're on or something, we can go say hi. Obviously, if they're your friend, you're probably going to be on their stream. But if you want to go over, let me know. Just like with games and stuff, I will take it all into consideration, and hopefully we'll be able to do something with it. So, it is time for us to go and get lumber. So I'm going to have to say goodbye. It's been an amazing stream. I'm very glad that we did this, and I cannot wait for Friday, because it's Mass Effect 3 time! Mass Effect 3! Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun in the rain getting lumber. Very fun. So yes, thank you everyone once again for the follows, for the chats. This Friday, yes, unless something crazy happens, the 25th I think it is, will be Friday. What's this? Yeah, 7 days. And then we'll be playing Mass Effect 3. Hold on to that. And I'll be posting a bunch of photos and stuff. Hopefully some more of the doggies. I'll get some of those. And yeah, so I will leave you guys hyped right now. It's time for me to go. So next time we'll figure out the raid, but otherwise, thank you so much. And I will give you some other content with photos of my trip. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye!